Okay, so this will be a YouTube video. So I haven't read the notes yet, so we're gonna read it together. Okay? Changes to game's mechanics. These changes address difficulty for the defender to launch counteroffensive due to the attacker remaining at an advantage for extended time. So they're trying to make defense better. Tension gauge. Tension now increases the higher risk level is. Okay, so basically if you're blocking for a long time, you get rewarded for blocking and it gives you a lot of meter. So I'm gonna have to see what that looks like. It's probably really good. Like if your risk is high, you probably get a lot of meter, which is probably really good. So it's probably gonna make, it could probably make people that are really offensive more desperate for a throw situation or something like that. Tension gauge for the attacker no longer increases when the opponent, so when you have max risk, they don't gain a lot of meter. So it's probably like they get put in like meter penalty. The attacker's tension gauge will increase more and more as they continue to block shot of defender. Oh, so this is like their way of trying to, this is here to try and kill like the infinites and stuff like that. Risk level, the rate of risk depletion over time is now faster. That's pretty good. Previously, the defender would still be in this situation. Yeah. It must go away really fast then. Risk now level resets when burst is active? That's pretty good. Changes affecting all characters. As a general rule, the changes improve balance for areas where characters notably excelled over others. Hurt box of 6p. The height of the hurt box as the attack comes out is now the same for all characters? The height of the hurt box is the same for all characters at the lowest point of the attack, but the hurt box height during startup varied between characters. Making the height of the hurt box as attack comes out the same means that there is a less of a difference in which strings each character can deal with. So they made everyone's 6p better? They made 6p better? Or did I read that wrong? I can't tell what that means. It's worse? I might just be like dumb. I can't tell because they made it the same. So did they make it, they made the hitbox higher, right? Because I mean, they could make the hitbox higher or lower and I can't tell. Because it talks about it's the same at the lowest point of the attack, but the height during startup varied between characters. So they made it worse? Hold on, let me unmute to ask the Discord.
But
all right, hold on.
Real
Real quick question. Is 6p worse? I can't tell.
It is.
Okay, they made the hitbox.
It depends on the character.
But they said they made it. I thought they made it the same. Is the note?
Yeah, they're just making it consistent now.
Universal.
Now. Yeah.
So did they make the hitbox higher or did they make it lower? I can't tell what it means.
It's probably worse.
We don't know.
For Ram.
Yeah, I was gonna say like. Isn't it
that way? It's not. They're not changing the timing of the high of the above knee and above.
No, Ram's already an edge case.
Ram sweep
They're
buff.
not changing the timings. They're just making the hurt boxes consistent because they were inconsistent.
They buff Leo TD.
That doesn't affect Ram.
Okay, I'll be
No.
So they don't know either. Cool. Okay. Special moves with retreating movement. So we don't know if 6p is better or worse. I don't know. Special moves with retreating movement. This causes so moves that move you backward now make you lose meter and add to the negative, which is good. The overall game direction by adding risk to retreating. Accidentally click mod mode. You're good. You're good. Base damage scaling. Base damage scaling has been added to attacks that did not have it previously. So 100% starters. With the exception of certain moves, this addresses the problem of some characters having moves used in similar ways but with varying reward on whether or not the move had base damage scaling. Such moves as close standing S have no base damage scaling, meaning they can lead into meter damage just before. I mean, that makes sense. Okay, we haven't even got to the character. Okay, wait, hold on. Base damage scaling, yeah. Attack level. Attack level is indicator, yes. There's several benefits to a high attack level. Okay, yeah. Okay, there are several benefits to extended knockback duration on hit, increased block stun on block, increased tension gauge on hit or block. Wait, so why are they talking about attack level? Is this? Did they change it? Proximity requirement for attack to connect. When a proximity requirement is added to an attack, it means it will no longer connect unless it is within a defined range of the opponent character's position. Yeah, so it's a proximity attack. What? I'm trying to understand these screenshots. Without proximity requirement, with. Oh, what? Wait! Oh, nah, they made it so you can't swing into stuff to kill it early? Ew. Okay. So we have to go to Ram first, right? Because we know it's good with these. We have to go to Ram first. That's it! Okay, additional range for crouch H. Oh wow, they fixed the me problem of fucking dropping. I'm so good at hit confirming with Ram that I would try and confirm with 2H, but it's too small. Wow. So they buffed this. JD now works better as a jump in due to the additional hitbox of behind Ramlethal. They gave her FDC mix-ups? Because I already know what's gonna happen. You're just gonna FDC with Ram. Oh no, bro. Air Lumo, so they decreased the damage. So they decreased the damage on 214P, and then they took away Oki? Okay, they took away Oki on Rekka 3. So now it's better to drop the combo before Rekka 3. Third hit all versions. Okay, yeah. So we went to Ram. So overall she's the same, but a little bit. They gave her some new tools with the JD for sure, because she can for sure probably do FTC mix-up. Nah, bro. Let me see. Testament. It's not a fucking novel of paragraph. It's not a paragraph of buffs. No. Okay. Grave Reaper can now be used back to back, greatly improving Testament's control over neutral. Back to back? So you can do Grave Reaper? Wait, that's kind of sick. So can you just do H Grave Reaper, S Grave Reaper? You're just fucking flailing? What? Reduce the knockback of the strike part? So they reduce the knockback of the strike part. Oh, so they made it so you're closer, so you're more plus. Oh, yes! Dude, they buffed Testament. Dude, they buffed Testament counter hit confirms. Because most of the time when you're at close range and fucking you get counter hit far slash, you would go 2H or counter hit far slash into 2H, close slash counter hit 2H. It brings them in now. Ooh, yes, sir. Wait. Kinda juicy. Okay, it's not crazy, but I don't know. These Grave Reaper change sounds kinda juicy. But then if it got worse, that means, dude, that means a lot actually. It means Ram is really good. Let's look at Chipp. Alpha Blade horizontal, so P Alpha Blade sends them flying towards Chipp. The startup for Senshu. What is Senshu? Oh, it's this. Wait, so they made K overhead faster, meaning they can combo into Rokusai on crouching hit. Okay, yeah. So they made it so they made the kick follow up off Rekka faster. So if they're crouching, it hits. Increase horizontal like distance. The opponent will now be in a crouching state on grounded hit. Oh, they gave him new combos. That sucks. They didn't even do anything for him. I mean, I guess they gave him... What? That's it? They just gave him faster... Rekka? That's kind of... we'll see. I mean, I think that's probably good, but it's... They didn't make him cool. They make Chipp so boring. Let's look at Nago. Okay. Nagoriyuki's defense now varies with the current amount of blood gauge. Cool. Awesome. The damage and attack properties of normal moves still increase the higher his blood gauge gets, but now also takes heavier damage from the opponent, meaning he needs to consider... Oh, so when he has higher blood, he takes more damage? Or it could be the other way around. Okay, and then they nerfed 2S for it to have recovery. So I hope that's like, I hope it's like Ram 2S. I think if it's like Ram 2S and you can like whiff punish it like that, then it's pretty good. Far standing S, final follow-up, reduced recovery. They buffed Rekka? I'm gonna keep it a stack. Post-patch, I'm playing Testament for a minute. For a minute, I can't lie. So I think the Nago changes are just okay. They kind of made him more in line to be able to get whiff punish. And he might take more damage and have higher defense. I can't tell. Let's look at Faust. The increased knockback on 5HS, sweep, etc. allows Faust to create distance from the opponent, meaning he can use Wicked's Be more, so they want him to use more item. That's cool. Reduce the start from mix. Oh, they made Tornado faster. Oh. I see. Air dash sped up timing of the input buffer window. I don't know what that means. So you can steer it faster? Crouching P reduced upper hurt box. Interesting. So it's mega low profile. 6P increased knockback, so it sends them far away. 5H sends them far away. Sweep sends them far away. Well, overall buffed, yeah. They want him to be like a zoner for real. That's cool. So I mean, they made Faust's game plan better. Like you get rewarded with not more damage, but more space. Probably more damage too, conditionally with the buff to the tornado. Oh, let's look at Jacko, because I have people telling me Jacko got buffed, and I told them Jacko was gonna get buffed. I told them. Like, this was my read on one of them getting buffed, on one of the characters. Servants now fly higher and farther when hit with 2S. Okay, so she has a new angle. This makes it viable not only as a starting point for her offense, but also in powerful strings to make use of time difference before the attack hits. Changes to countdown's launch on hit makes it easier for Jacko to go into a combo after blocking the explosion. Ah, I see, yeah, because explosion can hit her also, right? Dust attack. Reduced frontal hurt box after the attacks. Ah, interesting. Servants fix the bug causing unintended servant behavior when a servant's hitbox touches another servant under certain conditions. Okay. Servant throw added a wall bounce effect. Ooh, that's a little cringe. It's a little cringe. Release servant all versions will now register input when the button is held as well. Oh, so you can insta drop it. You don't have to tap it. So you can negative edge hold it and then it'll insta drop the minion. So they made it hit higher. We're here. Let's look at Happy Chaos. I heard he didn't get nerfed overall. JD now draws opponent in, making it easier. Coño, what the fuck, man? Coño, what the hell are they doing? I can't. The fucking Testament has a bad matchup in the Happy Chaos, man. What am I supposed to play? Who do I play to beat this? Who do I play? 6K could be easily included from combos from any situation and was extremely powerful in maintaining offense on block. The attack startup has been increased. Okay, cool. Do I still get block string infinited from close slash 6K? Can I grab it? Can I grab it? If I can grab it and they have to waste 2 bullets to cover it, dub. It no longer consecutively hits from 2K. 2K 6K combos? Yeah, it does. 2K 6K combos right now. Yeah. At the ready. Reduced recovery when activated with no concentration. What move is at the ready? Oh, it's this. Reduced recovery when activated with no concentration. What? He can use it with no concentration? Oh yeah, you have it, but he just makes like the little like, he does the animation where he's like, ooh, can't shoot. Cancel aim can now be activated with cardinal inputs. With 1 or 3. So that's like good, but also kind of that's interesting. Because now because that's like kind of a nerf slightly, because now they accidentally put the gun during a lot of their pressure, no? Like wouldn't you be putting the gun away a lot more often? But I mean, it's also a buff for combos, so you just need better execution. My bad. I was talking to some people. So Scapegoat is so I think Happy Chaos buffed. I think actually Giga buffed, because this is a quality of life change. It's not even a nerf. It's just quality of life change. You know what we can do? Like each character, every time. This is for dick blades when when you're editing this. Every time I go over a character at the end, you can just put like a stamp that says buffed or like that says nerfed. Oh, so I think where was I? I was like on Chaos? Chaos is buffed, right? That was the last thing I saw. Where are we, Leo? The adjustments to knockback and blowback for 6k and increase the range for Gestuber. Bro, I don't know German. What is Gestuber? Which one is that? Make them more viable and increase range. Erst. Where's Erst? Oh, this one. 236S. So they made 236S hit farther? I mean, that's like, so I guess it's good and bad, because so now if they do it from deeper, you can get a punish now. Because some characters, Leo couldn't get close enough for you to punish them. Expanded hurt boxes. Sweep, knowledge to opponent higher. 236X. So they made it so you can whiff punish Leo a bit better? This character sucks? It doesn't seem that bad. You get 2D Oki now. I think Leo, same. I don't think buffed or nerfed. I think same power level. Let's see Bridget. I saw people were like kind of creaming over Bridget. Let's see. Bridget has more opportunities to launch her offense. So for context, I guessed that they would buff Bridget. And she was gonna be one of the characters I tried, but I haven't gotten to her yet. Or tried more. Cause I think I have like, I don't know, I don't have that many Bridget games, so I have like 200 or something. And then I have like almost 800 Testament games, like 500 Chipp games in the last couple weeks. Let's see. So, launch her offense from neutral due to the increased projectile speed and reduced recovery for stop and dash. Stop and dash is the scooter, the skates. No, stop and dash. Wait, which one is this? Okay, stop and dash is this, the thingy. So they made it faster and have less recovery. That's interesting. That's interesting. So that's pretty cool, actually. She has more options available after rolling movement. Rolling movement's 2 and 4K, right? Yeah. More options. So it's looking like a Bridget or Testament angle so far. Let me finish reading this. As the changes to the knockback and trajectory create less distance with the opponent and leave Bridget at more. Oh, so like maybe you, because there's sometimes you could like take the hit and it would mess up the combo and they wouldn't really get a really good hit. Interesting. 2P expanded lower hitbox and hurtbox. 6P now causes blowback on hit when the opponent is standing. The blowback is the same when it's crouching. Okay, so they made it just fly away. Command normal 4. S after far S or crouching S. Expanded lower hitbox and hurtbox. So they made it so you can whip punish it more? But it also has a hitbox? Or 5. Okay, they made... Okay, yeah. Because you could low profile it. Duh. So they made it so you can't low profile it. Because Ram, at certain ranges, Ram could press 2K. And like Happy Chaos could press 2K. Testament could press 2K too. Yeah, because I did that a lot in the matchup as well. ARCSYS balanced you, try not to be brain dead challenge. Impossible. Dude, isn't it? It's an Axl angle. I heard Axl's eating. We'll look at Axl after this. So increased damage, increased movement speed of projectile. Damn, that sounds like she's gonna be really annoying. I'm open to playing Bridget. I'm very open to playing her. Expanded proximity. It sounds like they made the annoying characters even more annoying. Expanded proximity requirement for attack to connect. Just... Oh, so they made it so it's more consistent that it goes to the place where it needs to go. HC and Nago didn't get nerfed. HC got like slightly touched and Nago got slightly touched. Just a little bit. Starship DP. Fixed a bug where opponent would sometimes block after entering a post after okay. Kickstart my heart. Expanded the proximity requirement for this tech connect. So they made it... Break. Expanded upper hitbox. Reduced launch with decreased horizontal blowback. Added a tumble effect. So if you get hit, you have to mash out now? Oh no, you roll. It's like tumble. It's probably like a small one. Return to Killing Machine. Oh, they made it have more hits. They didn't buff Sin or anything. I mean, I think he's fine. Okay, so I think Bridget buffed. I think Bridget's really good. Probably. Who's next? Let's look at Baiken. We didn't look at Baiken. Baiken is more of a threat at close range now, as she can easily follow up on cross-up Yozansen mix-up. By expanding the explosion part of Kenju, it functions better as a poke and in combos. What in the fuck is that? What move is that? Is that super? Oh, it's the explosion, the gun. Okay. Oh, so it made it easier to combo. Decreased horizontal blowback. Removed usage restriction. What? What does that mean? Like you can just do tatami, land, do tatami again? I mean, that's interesting. I'm sure that's good for something. I think Baiken's probably just better. We haven't gone over Goldlewis. Expanding the hitbox of jump HS, so they made it easier to do cross-up jump HS. What is usage restriction? It's when you get locked out of a move and you can't do it again. So when you know how when you do fireball with Testament, you can't throw another fireball until it's done. So now you can throw another fireball. Added a stagger effect on counter hit. I see. So it's like Nago's 6k. Jumping HS, yeah. Thunderbird, the attack now disappears when Goldlewis takes damage. The effect of the final hit now varies depending on the security level. Oh, so it doesn't auto hard knockdown now. So now you probably have to have a higher security gauge for it to hard knockdown? Increased number of hits. Burn it all down. That's the Hammer of Dawn bullshit, right? It's the laser super. They made it have more hits. That's cool. I guess buffed. I don't see why anything's a nerf. I mean, the Thunderbird change is nice, and I think that's a very good quality of life change for the game. I think very good. They took away one thing, but they gave him some nice changes. Overall, is same power level, I think. Maybe even better. Because the thing is, power level depends on who gets nerfed and who gets buffed. So I think his power level goes up because he didn't get nerfed, and other characters are also getting nerfed. Ino. She can now jump cancel the beginning of her hover dash. So she can do dash into 8 or like whatever, dash into up. I'm like visualizing it. Okay. Sped up the timing when Ino can block. So now she can dash guard really good. The timing is now the same as when canceling the startup of canceling the startup of a jumping attack with FD. I mean, I don't like that. This allows her to move a greater distance than with forward jump. So she gets like a little hyper hop, basically, kinda like a KOF hop. Fixed a bug where Fixed a bug where it's possible to psych burst after a dash cancel. The motion will now be interrupted if a backwards direction has an input. What? Oh, so you can dash block. So they made it so she can dash block really well. Antidepressant scale, that's no. Added proximity requirement, expanded attack hitbox on hit or block. Stroke the big tree. Reduced hurt box before movement begins. So she's really small before she moves. The upper hurt box of this attack steadily decreases as the move comes out as before. The change reduces the hurt box for a set timing when it was extended too high. I see. So they made it so her low profile is even more of a low profile. So it's more consistent. So you don't accidentally hit her. So like, sometimes when you do low profile moves, when they get like right in front of you, I guess they get hit by like the mid when they're not supposed to do that. I guess. That's how I understand that. They just made it a bit more consistent. And then sultry performance. What is this? Is this dive kick? They made these have reduced line recovery. Oh, so made it harder to whip punish. Okay. I think Ino buffed, to be honest. Give her the buff stamp. Anji. Okay, balance intentions. Standing H now launches the opponent on grounded hit. Okay, so they gave him like bombos. Wow, Jiro era? Making it possible to combo from Fujin into Rin. And then go into Okizeme off of Isukatobi. And I think that's Butterfly? If my Japanese holds up. Oh no, that's this. What the fuck? What's Butterfly? Which move is Butterfly? Oh, Shitsu. Ah. See, I'm bad. Not a weeb. So the hop. And then go next. Interesting. So he has better Oki, I see. Nagiha gives Anji more advantage. Now due to the adjustment blowback. Ah, so Nagiha doesn't like push you back as much. I see. Oh, they made 6P longer? All these 6P changes make me think that the 6Ps are better. Because they're... Fujin. Decreased horizontal blowback distance. Now launches opponent higher with decreased Nagiha after S Fujin. Okay, Anji buffed. I think it's good. They made his rushdown style more consistent. He now gets more damage opportunities while also being able to maintain offense a lot easier. Crouching HS now draws in the opponent, creating major changes in her combos. Talking about Giovanna. Huh. Interesting. Using Sol Puente can lead to higher damage than before. What move is that? I don't know this language. Whoops, I clicked Baiken. I don't know Portuguese. Someone call Neymar Jr. Sol Puente. 214S. Oh, this? What? Oh, they're making it so you can combo 2H into the flip kick. Into the overhead. Wow. That's cool. Standing HS now bounces opponent higher with decreased horizontal blowback. Added a wall bounce effect. Interesting. So they gave her combos back. Because before she had like some cool roots, and then they like did I don't remember what they did in the last version to like take a lot of them away. Ground throw frame advantage and distance after a successful throw is now the same against all characters. Interesting, I didn't even know. Now less likely to end up behind the opponent when the first hit connects. This is the air one. The first hit now launches the opponent higher with decreased horizontal blowback. First hit now launches the opponent with less. That launches the opponent less than before when used multiple times in one combo. Oh, so they like nerfed it so you can't loop it? Interesting. I think Geo quality of life buffed, but let's see Zato. The ability to move only Zato or Eddie during Break the Law opens up new possibilities for strings. The reduced herp. No, bro. They buffed scrubby Zato strings. Go for like 5H Sun's Void. Reduced recovery, decreased knockback. Cool 6k buff. JD, sped up the timing when Zato pauses before the attack is active. So this is their attempt at trying to fix JD? Yeah, Sun's Void is the super. Oh, what the fuck? So Eddie will, so this is break the law change. Only Eddie will move when you input down back or down forward. Eddie will no longer move when you use up back or forward. Increased forward movement speed. Whoa. Tension decreases and negative value increases when moving away from the opponent. buffed. I think they gave him a new mix-up tool, and they might have buffed. They might have buffed JD back into relevancy. Okay, Millia next. The increased attack level of Tandem Top makes it less risky for Millia. To use in strings and during neutral.
Zonto brothers, it's time to kill 12.
Yo, Rocco, thanks for the 21 months. She now has access to powerful mix-up in more situations, and she can cross with the opponent using Turbo Fall even in the corner. So Turbo Fall steals corner now. That's pretty cool. So 6k, they gave 6k reduced recovery. 6k is the overhead. Standing heavy slash now bounces opponent higher with decreased horizontal blowback. Bounces opponent higher. Like on hits, now you could do like, interesting. Yeah, because I guess when you had 5 HP before, it sent them like flying, so now it doesn't. A little less. Decreased attack startup. Oh, they made 6 HS faster? Dude, you're gonna be like shimmying with that, huh? So reduced recovery on her 2D, which is really good, because now she doesn't get punished. Ground throw frame advantage, and distance under 6 throw is now the same against all characters. Interesting. Turbo Fall. Millia can now move to the other side of the opponent even when they're in the corner. Reduced hurt box behind Millia. Increased attack level. Yeah, Millia buffed. I don't see any nerfs. They made her mix up stronger, and overall she's safer to do strings because of the 2D nerf. And increasing the attack level of Tandem Top. Okay, I think buff. Let's look at Pot. The additional range for his pokes, such as Far Slash and they made those buttons bigger. Oh, so they made Far Slash, Heavy Slash farther. Hammerfall also allows for more aggressive approaches. The timing Potemkin can withstand attacks is now faster. So his armor activates faster. At close range, the faster startup for FDB. What in the fuck is FDB? Is that flick? Do I know my move names? That is flick. So they made flick faster. I see. So Pot beats Testament, making it harder for the opponent to escape by jumping, meaning his core throw mix-up is more potent. Interesting. Oh, they made 2D have less recovery. That's pretty good. Heat Knuckle now draws in the opponent. Wow, they made it even better. Decreases tension balance. That's cool. I like that. Increases negative value. Yeah. Hammerfall. So they made Hammerfall activate armor faster. That's pretty cool. I know my friend Bear. Shout out Bearwit. Go buy a stick from him. He makes cool sticks. He was asking for that buff, I think. Or something with Hammerfall. He wanted faster Hammerfall, I think. Or faster Hammerfall break, but you got faster Hammerfall armor. That's cool. And then they made Flick faster. Also cool. For sure. Okay, let's see. We got a little paragraph here. The ability to cancel 5p, 2p, and other pokes during the recovery on hit or block makes his strengths more prominent at his preferred range. Rainwater now draws the opponent in, both decreasing the reward on hit or increasing the reward on hit and making it possible for Axl to maintain his offense on block. Rainwater is the backwards thingy, right? Where he hops backwards with the chain. Yes, he hops backwards and it's plus, right? Yeah, it's +3. So it brings you in. Oh, wait, no, on block too. It just brings you in. Wow. So now you have to jump it. Can be special canceled on blocker hit until the recovery ends. Okay, I see. Was that for 5p, 2p? Standing heavy slash, that's the thing where he swings. No, he swings that way. The opponent will now be in a crouching state on grounded counter hit. So you probably can do like 5 HS into Rainwater into like combos now. Jumping P can now be canceled on hit or block until recovery ends. JK, decreased horizontal blowback distance. So you can probably do like K into K in the air and stuff like that. Or like K into like KD into like Axle Bomber. Winter Mantis. What is that? Oh, command grab. Adjusted blowback when used as part of a combo. Now launches opponent higher with decreased horizontal blowback added tumble effect. So they made it so you get like Oki better Oki off of Off of the command grab. Snail increased knockback. Snail's the thing that throws him far. I always call Snail Slug in my mind. Yeah, so it sends you farther. So he's a zoner. Rainwater, yeah. Increases tension balance and negative value. I mean, that's good, so you can't spam it. So you have to be kind of careful with this if you've been dashing a lot. I think overall buff. That's a lot of like quality of life buffs. For sure buff. May, I heard May is juiced now. I heard May is juiced. Okay, May. H Dolphin, or well, Horizontal Dolphin has less recovery now when it connects with the opponent. This makes the S version less risky and the H version even more plus, making both more viable than before. Okay, because it wasn't viable. The extra distance on her forward jump. What? Huh? They buffed jumping? With May? My brother in Christ. They made 6k more or 3k more active and have less recovery. Okay. Now triggers counter effect? Ooh, that's cringe. Ooh. Wow, they buffed May. Ooh. Maybe it's a May angle. Maybe I go back. Reduced recovery on hit or block. So she's probably not minus on hit anymore. And she might, and maybe it's like, I don't know, what is it on block? I know it's advantage, or is it even? For me, what is it? Yeah, it's -5 on block, -2 on hit, +5, yeah. So this probably 0 on block now. And probably plus on hit. Huh. So on counter hit, you're gonna get mega bombo. So May buffed for sure. The addition of the guard crush effect to sacred. Huh? Guard crush on sacred edge? That's the super, right? Oh, that's during dragon install. Okay. What the fuck? I was like, what? Allows him to maintain his offense regardless of his range. Fujiri Arc now creates less distance. Decreased knockback on hit. So he gets better combos. 5HS, they made it so you can whiff punish 5HS better. That's cool. Okay, so Sacred Edge and Shock State gives you Guard Crush. That's cool? It's interesting. I think buffed. I mean, I don't see how there's nerf. I mean, they just gave him more tools. Buffed. Let's see Soul. I saw people crying about Soul. Extended the range of 5HS, making his offense using Fire Slash even more potent. I see. So this is their way to try and combat how they buffed FD. It made Soul a bit weaker. While it is now more challenging for him to get huge rewards from mid-range, the changes to Gunflame make him better at poking mid-range. They do a Gunflame. 6H, they decreased the attack level. Bro, they nerfed 6S? Based. Clap it the fuck up, based. Based. I love ninjas, Beansan. Dude, ditto. Red ditto. See, I knew what to do. I knew to play Testament and Chipp. I play Testament main, and I have Pocket Chipp for the bad Testament matchups. Like Axl, and like Happy Chaos. I'm too smart. I know how to play these games, bro. I'm too smart. I'm too smart. I'm actually so intelligent. I'm actually too smart. Decreased. Okay, so they made gun frame faster. It has less active, but they made the projectile faster. I think nerfed, because 6S is such a big counter poke in neutral, and it led to so much for Soul. And it feels like, sure, it's cool that Gunflame is faster, but part of what made Gunflame really strong is that it was a slower startup move, and it like slowly went to you, right? But I guess now you might not be able to like IED it all the time. Okay, so here are my thoughts after reading the patch. I think the system changes are interesting. I think this proximity requirement thing is really weird. Like, I get what it does, but I don't know why they did it. I guess they just want moves to be moves like projectiles like this. They want projectiles to be more strong, like more potent. So they don't want them to be counterplayed in neutral as hard, right? So they're making Bridget Yo-Yo go all the way into your hitbox to hurt you, not your like thing. They want to hit at like a set distance. Same thing with Note, because Note you would just swing into it with an extended hurtbox, and then you could just jab Eno because it had no hit stun, right? But now they're making it so you can't do that. Okay, so quick summary of characters I think are nerf buffed. All right, initial thoughts. Sol nerfed. Kai buffed. Mei giga buffed. Axl pretty buffed, I think. He's not like Jesus tier or anything, but he's really good, I think. Chipp giga buffed. I think Chipp legit. I'm gonna main Chipp. I think I'm gonna main Chipp. Like his changes and the system changes seem really good for him. I think it's Bean era, low key. It might be a Bean era. Shout out to Bean, my goat. Pot buffed, but I don't think their power level goes up too much. Faust, I think they made him like they made his reward on hit pretty good and have him have better hit confirms with faster mix. So I think pretty buffed, pretty good. They're gonna make him more consistent. Millia, pretty buffed with the reduced recovery on like 2D. They made her mix up stronger in the corner. And they're making her have more like potent offense with like a lot less recovery and things. And the attack level change on disc is pretty big too. Zato, it seems like they made his winning matchups even more winning, and they might have buffed his mix-ups with the changes they gave to Break the Law and JD and some other things. Ram, I think overall nerfed, but I think she's still one of the best characters in the game because they didn't nerf her normals. All they did was nerf the reward. So I think Ram is slightly less scrubby, so you get rewarded less on like mashing, on like bad anti-airs, on certain counter hit confirms, because they nerfed Rekka damage. You don't get Rekka 3 Oki anymore. Yeah, but you still have really strong pokes, really strong neutral, really strong anti-air. We'll have to see about the 6P changes, because if the 6P changes make 6P universally, like if you can't 6P my Far Slash or 5H, then she's legit top 5. Because then you cannot YOLO counterplay her into neutral. She just gets to poke you, and you have to swing into her, and that's so good because her whiff punish game is so good. So she just gets less Oki chance, less safe jump chance, but maybe her game plan becomes even more consistent than it already is. So we'll see. I'll still try Ram out because maybe I'll go to Frosty, maybe I won't. We'll have to see. It depends. It depends on how much I'm liking Testament and how nerf Ram is. Faust I covered already. Faust got buffed. I think they made Leo a little less scrubby and he's a little bit more whiff punishable because of the extension on his hurt boxes. But they gave him more Oki, it seems. And they made him have better hit confirm. Yeah. With the extension to Zoit and 6K, I guess, knocks back less. Nago seems the same. I think he's still probably a top 3-er. They made 2S have recovery, and apparently he's gonna take his damage gets modified the more blood he has, or the more blood that he's used in the blood gauge. So when his blood's higher, he might take more damage. I don't really know. It's so vague. It's probably a nerf. So that's good. So it incentivizes Nagos to be lower health or lower blood, but they're not intelligent, so they're gonna be high blood and take a lot of damage if they get hit. So I think that's a cool nerf and punishment to them. And now they can't mash 2S because they added recovery to it, so I think that's pretty good. I think Geo, so overall, I think a little less scrubby possibly, but still very strong. Still will be one of the more prominent characters in the game because they didn't really nerf his reward and damage and health that much. So we'll see if he's in level 3 blood, like highest blood, then he takes a lot of damage, and that's pretty sick, and that's a good way to balance it, I think. So we'll have to see. Geo, they buffed like her combo game and her offense, and they made her a better reward on hit, which I felt like was the biggest thing she's lacking. A lot of people like to say Geo's bad, but like if you see like the Arc Revel Japan, they have 2 Geos in top 8 with like Dempa and TY. And I think they're some of the best players in the world with this character. I thought Gio was strong the whole time. She just lacks combo ability. But now I guess they fixed that. So I think she looks pretty good. So Gio era, maybe. I think Anji is a bit more consistent now. He gets access to better damage and more Oki. So I think they just made the gorilla character more gorilla, and he gets to eat more bananas. This dude's just running the fucking zoo now. They made Ino more annoying. She has better mobility. She can dash block. They made her stroke. She has less hurtbox now, or less hurtbox. She's smaller, so her low profile is better. And then what else did they do? Yeah, they changed the scale so it has to hit them. And then you can't get whiff punished. You don't have as much time to be. You don't have as much line recovery on the diagonal dives because you used to have a lot. Goldlewis overall buff. They didn't nerf anything. They did nerf the drone being out on in neutral. So if Goldlewis gets hit, the drone doesn't go away. So that's really good. Makes the matchups more consistent and more punishing for him. He doesn't get auto win buttons now. But they made his combo ability better with like the JH and other stuff like that, so that's cool. Jacko, I think Giga buffed. They gave her a lot of different ways to control minions. Explosion now gives you better combo and better situation. Yeah, I mean, she just seems better. This was one of the characters I was gonna put a lot of time into, but I haven't gotten the time to play her much. I kind of lost interest in playing her, but she seems really good. I think this character, mega good. HC, I think, is the same. He's probably still the second best character or best character in the game. I think they made it a little harder to get into the game plan though, with 2K, 6K not working anymore. So the thing is, 2K now launches the opponent higher. So does 2K make them bounce now? Or, I mean, 6K? And 2K, 6K won't combo. So now I don't get like 2K, 6K guard crush looped. So now they have to spend more bullets to guard crush me or to pressure me. And if I get hit, it bounces me. So the reward is better on hit, I guess. Right? 6S launches, I didn't even read this one. 6S launches the opponent higher. So that's better for combos. Especially if it hits you raw. If it hits you raw, I'm sure you fucking die. Yeah, and then everything else is just quality of life buffs. Baiken I think is buffed too, because they made it easier to confirm off of cross-up Yozansen. They buffed gun hitbox, the explosion. Then they buffed oh, Tatami. So you can like mash Tatami now? It's pretty weird. I think buffed. Testament. I think Testament low-key. Bro. Testament gonna make me act up, bro. I think one of the better characters in the game now. I think they made this character kind of scrubby. I thought Testament was a little scrubby before because you just do projectiles and you don't interact. But now, bro, they made it so you can do Grave Reaper into itself. So if you can do like S Grave Reaper into S Grave Reaper, I think that's broken. But if you can, what I'm assuming you can do is you can do H Grave Reaper, S Grave Reaper, vice versa, and then when you're in the air, you can also do it as well because it removed the restriction. And on the H, this is huge too because H, how plus is it? Is it +3? Is it +2? I don't remember. They reduced the knockback of the strike part of H Fireball, which is the one that goes up. Because if you don't know, the fireballs, the initial hit is a strike. It's a physical thing. Where's that? 236 HS +2. It's +2. So now you're +2, but it would push you away because the second hit would push you away more. Because the first hit would push you, and then the second hit would push you, right? Which is the fireball part. So now they made the knockback of the strike part have less knockback, which is pretty huge. That's pretty huge. So if you do 5K dash cancel into Kara 2d6 HS, I've been trying to implement that in my game plan. Now you're more plus, or you're more, the distance that you're plus is greater because now they won't be as pushed back. So now you can proper strike throw really well. That's really good. And then Nostrovia, I didn't even read this. Increased active frames on the first and second hits. Oh, it's probably to make it more consistent to combo at certain ranges and certain gravity. Because it did drop kind of fast sometimes. I think Testament, overall buffed. Clap it up. That's a winner. Ding, ding, ding. Testament, my new main. For sure. I gotta, because I don't want to play Ram, and it sounds like they nerfed Ram, but I gotta see the 6P changes. I think that's what makes me... That'll be the nail in the coffin for me. But I think Testament, dude, it's sounding too juicy to play. It sounds like a Testament era. But on the same side of the coin, so the initial plan, Testament, main, Chipp for the counter pick for bad matchups. Happy Chaos, Axl, Faust, stuff like that. But there's a timeline where I play Bridget. Bridget, dude, so they did so many like little quality of life things to Bridget. They did so many changes. Like the fireball, the yo-yo coming out faster, having less recovery, it does more damage, and they made it so it'll always hit at the same max distance. I think that's really broken. And then they what did they do to the rolling attack? Where's rolling attack? Yeah, so rolling attack, you get a better combo on hit. They decreased descent or increased descent speed. Yeah, so if you hit them, you're not like floating a little bit before you hit them or before you block it. So now you just fucking you make contact and hit the ground, and then you get like better combo. When activated as yo-yo return, she now moves toward where the yo. Oh, dude! So now you go to where the yo-yo was initially placed. Oh, that's so strong. So if you think about it, when you do the yo-yo, when you do like 214H or 214S, which is the yo-yo that doesn't have a hitbox going out, but a hitbox coming back, you could do like backdash, and then let the yo-yo come back. Time the rolling movement to go forward as the yo-yo's coming back. So she goes to where the yo-yo was originally, but the yo-yo covers it so you don't get anti-aired or you don't get hit in neutral. Yeah, and this also makes her mix-up better because she's faster and she can do a lot. She can do other options now. Yeah, and she also can't get counter hit when she lands now. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think this character mega buffed, giga buffed. So the characters that I'm gonna be playing a lot. Testament, Bridget, Chipp. I think Bridget legit might be one of the best characters in the game. I think Testament, if someone, because like, you know how Apology Man is cracked on Faust? I think I can get really cracked on Testament. I think they made my character, because now it seems like they're really zoning, they're just spamming projectiles, and I get my reward a lot easier. It becomes a lot easier to cover myself as I spam projectiles in neutral. And then 6P nerf or buff could be good for Testament. If it's a 6P nerf, it's really good, but if it's a 6P, it's really good because now I get to swing more, but then also that nerfs Testament for some matchups. But in the matchups where you want a 6P a lot as Testament, I would probably pick Chipp. Anyway. Yeah, Chipp is really strong. I said I'm gonna co-main Chipp. So I'm gonna have Testament main and then counterpick Testament's bad matchups with Chipp. Yeah, so Bridget possible main. We'll have to see. It'll take a lot of time, but I think I can do it. And then Sin. He's pretty much the same, but I have a very high opinion of Sin, so I think he's still one of the best characters in the game. So that's gonna wrap it up for this crazy video. Sorry for all the rambling. I'm just really excited. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and I'm excited to play the new patch. Later. Okay.